We're
We are live. We are
live.
now live, all the way live. What's up, everybody? We have our special returning guest, Mr. Brian Simpson, all the way from California, San Francisco. I have a special video for you, Brian. I don't know if you've seen it, but is this Asian woman on the bus making animal noises at a black man? Have you seen that?
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yes. So that's in your neck of the woods. So maybe you can explain to us I know what's going on there, but it's very interesting. And I wanted to reach through the friggin' video and gave her a smack in the face. But yes, she was very annoying. What's up, everybody? We are here once again on another Sunday. Last Sunday, if you watched our show, I don't know if you can say fortunately or unfortunately, we actually had a white supremacist that came on the show and decided to give us a lesson on how hatred gets started and how it gets sent out to the rest of the group and how they. I was literally a little bit traumatized to the fact that these people like this. It's like you hear them, you see them on TV, you see them in videos, but we actually had a live member of the KKK on our show spewing the same stuff that they do all the time, but I've never had it up close. I've never seen it up close, and it was a bit jarring. And nothing but lies about black people. We contribute nothing to society. We are drained on society, and he had figures that there's proof that black people drain so much of amount of money from society. We were not the first people on earth. There's proof, he said, that was debunked, but we're going to debunk all of that today. The Indians were not the first here in America.
You said the Vikings.
But he said the Indians weren't the first here in America. He said the Vikings. He said the Vikings were the first here in America. I also had proof. We're going to debunk that as well.
Well, his biggest light, Carl, in panel was that Africans and African Americans didn't build this land,
right?
Which is the biggest slap in the face that came out of his pie hole on this show was him saying that. That was like to say that black people didn't build this country for free. To blatantly say that, a lie on the air in front of many people that watch our show is just.
It's very sad, which everything was documented by them. Everything that we did was documented by them. We couldn't read or write, but y'all documented everything that we did.
But like the title of the show says today, they're jealous. I am 100% convinced racist people are jealous of black people and they want to be black. And they're mad they're not black. They're mad they don't have our swag. They're mad they don't have our intelligence. They're mad they don't have our athleticism. That's the word. I have it. But they're mad they're not athletic. They're just mad. Everything we do and we touch, we dominate. Every single thing we do and we touch, and they're just jealous. They would never admit it, right? They would never admit it, but they are jealous of us. If you feel you're superior to a certain group of people, why just ignore them? Just ignore us.
Yeah. But I think that they're more mad that they didn't know that we were going to go this far. You know, they didn't think that we was going to take it to another level. Like you said, they didn't think that everything that we did touch would turn to gold. We turned music to gold.
Yeah, I should have pulled a video.
Everything.
There's a video. This girl put out a video, and I should have pulled it. But the reason we don't have free healthcare in America is because back in the day, they were hoping that if black people had to pay for healthcare, the white people are not giving them jobs, so they wouldn't have any money, and eventually the black race would die out. This is why we have to pay for healthcare, which is why other countries have healthcare. America doesn't. We don't have healthcare because the racist white people were hoping that the black race would die out.
Yep.
And that's why we don't have healthcare. Isn't that crazy? Education was supposed to be free as well. College is supposed to be free. The reason we don't have it because they say if we give free education to the whites, we're going to have to give it to the blacks. So if we charge for it, the whites would only be able to afford education, and then the blacks would just remain stupid. They have tried everything under the sun.
And the thing is, they can't be racist. They can't be out loud racist like they was before. So they have to do it in the system. You know, everything is entangled in the system. How we live, our food, our locations, our health. You know, it's all how they
Yeah.
run it, and it's sad. It's sad.
Anything they can do behind closed doors to to screw us, they absolutely do it. The reason we dominate in sports because sports is out in the open, right? Basketball is right out there for the world to see. Any sports is right out in the open. But when they get behind closed doors and they can give it to us, they absolutely do.
They also make money off of us. They make a lot of money off of us.
Nolan Wells, the young brother who went on a not a fishing trip, but he went took a trip.
It's like a boating trip, a 4th of July trip. They went on boats.
White friends, and he didn't come back, and they found him dead. And this is not the first time, the second time, the third, the fourth, the fifth time. This has happened over and over and over and over again. And I know Tiffany has been telling us on this show from the time the show started back in the day, do not hang out with these white people. She says it. So does she have a point? I mean, how can you have friends that you have to be wary of? I have white friends and I've said this on the show, that invited me to go camping. And I said no.
I bet you did, because I'm not going
no, I am not going, because listen, when white people drink, they get drunk, they think the dumbest thing is funny. Oh, let's the car's black, let's roll them in honey and then shoot them with some bullets and see what happens. No, I've had instances where I was out with some white friends and I forgot where we were, but we were going somewhere and there was a white dude, an older white man, and he kept staring at me, and they started laughing. They go, "Damn, Carl, he doesn't like you at all," or something. And then the white man lifted up his shirt and showed a gun. And they thought it was funny. I was scared as shit because, like, if this white man shoots me, they just thought it was hilarious.
You over there like, what the hell? See, that's the difference between
they didn't
them
step
and
in.
us.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't step in and say, hey, you know what I mean? Like, one time I was working and I was in a building with just me and some white co-workers. And I walked outside the door. We were in the room. I walked outside the door and looked around, and I came back in the room with the white people. And then some white man came running up and say, hey, what are you doing? Talking about me. I just saw you walking around pulling on doors. I'm like, I wasn't. I just walked outside, walked back in, and they saw me. But none of them stepped in and said, Carl didn't do that.
They're not. They're not going to go against their white people, they friends. You're the niggas, Negro. You did it, Negro.
None of them, they all just stood there staring. And nobody stepped up and said, that's bullshit. Carl just walked out the door and walked back in here. I don't know who, you know what I mean? They didn't. They said that. They all just, so that kind of stuff, you know what I mean, lives with me.
How do we juggle that though, Carl? I mean, how do we flow in a world where it's, mostly white people, especially in our profession where we are around white people a lot in our profession? How do we juggle that? Like Tiffany doesn't have our experience. She lives in her world. She's around, she don't have our experience. And like what we do for a living, we're around these people, man. Like last night, I did a show in New Jersey, and the three entertainers were both all Black people. The two comedians that they hired to perform at this event were both Black comedians, myself and another brother, we'll mention his name. But we were the comedians, and then they had a calypso band. The guy playing the steel drums. So that was the entertainment. A steel drum player and two Black comedians. And there were about 200 guests there, and I would say about 95 of them were white, and then maybe a few Black people sprinkled throughout, right? But when it got dark, it was a beautiful event. Everybody was extremely nice, but when it got dark and they started drinking, the other comedian nudged me and said, "Yo, man, let's get the hell out of here." It's time to drink, We're in Toms River, New Jersey, which is an upscale part of New Jersey. A lot of people, a lot of money there in Toms River. A lot of money, you know. There's a lot of money in Toms River, New Jersey. Them big mansions. And I was at one of the mansions last night. You know, that's what the event was, at one of them big mansions, right? Pool party. But he was like, hey, it's getting dark. They drinking. Let's get up out of here, man. So he hopped in his car, hopped in my car. We went and we got out of there. But yeah, so how do we juggle that though, man? It's rough, you know, being in that position where we make our living.
Mind your black business.
I'm an entertainer, Tiffany. I got to work for who hires me to work for them, and I do work for black people, but I'm not going to turn down the white money.
Work, but mind your black business.
Money is green.
No, I said I know you have to work.
Okay.
Both of y'all have to work, right?
Right.
But I'm saying just mind your black business. You see something white going on,
keep it business.
You understand? Don't go
Keep
hanging out with them. Like you said, it's about money. And you got to remember, too, white people, first of all, you're comfortable, Kev. You're a light-skinned man. You're comfortable. They don't worry about you too much. Carl, you from the islands. They're not going to worry about you too much because they already know that you are not like them black Americans, okay? But my thing is, y'all know how the system is. It's everything is politics. Y'all know it. But the thing is, just mind your business and keep going and stay away from them. And I've been telling y'all that for a long time. Yes, they are some nice white people out there, but I'm not going being the only black person hanging out with a white person. I need my crew in case they act up.
All right. We haven't officially started the show, even though we have started the show, but we're going to play our theme song. We're going to come back. We're going to get into it. We're going to debunk all of those myths that white supremacists spouted on our show. And then we're going to get into today's topic. I see we already got the comments going. So if you want to come, I don't know if I should put it out. I don't know if I want anyone on.
We don't have a problem with people that are mixed. We love y'all too. Y'all just gotta know y'all black first. All right, go ahead. Somebody put it in the comment.
All right. Yeah, so let's get it, Sean. This is our new, I love this song. I know Kevin loves it. I know Tiffany loves it. Brian, I hope you love it too.
Fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. Fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. Fuck y'all, we tired. We been you long time. Yeah. Fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. Fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. Fuck y'all, we tired. We been you long time. Move through our hood, hate on blast. Can't stand niggas, but you want our cash. Can't go to the burbs and set up shop. Can't fuck with niggas, y'all been the ops. Follow us around like we trying to steal. Put that shit back, then you shoot to kill. Got away with murder, killing Latasha inside. And you bitches still think we gon' hurry up and buy. We taking back our hood and our dollars too. Fuck Rick Chow and Soon Jadu. If our money don't matter, why you so mad? Stand on anti-black business since you think you're bad. This ain't a boycott, it's a blackout, bitch. Why black on and watch the hood get rich? Oh, fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. Fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. Fuck y'all, we tired. We been you long time. Fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. Fuck y'all, we tired. Yeah, we so tired. We been you long time.
Only
In a
you,
safe
Carl.
space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you everything, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Go.
Leif Erikson Day. Leif Erikson was a famous Viking explorer.
So we are just not serious now. Leif Erikson Day.
Hey everybody, it's Leif Erikson Day! Hinga-dinga-durgan.
Leif Erikson Day. Dinga-danga-durgan.
A hugely important holiday, particularly to Scandinavia.
Calm down, Whiskey Leaks. You are over here fist pumping. Look, you know he had a good couple of shots before work.
Hinga-dinga-durgan.
What? Okay, so I didn't even know that this was a real day. I literally thought this was just a joke from SpongeBob, but I guess I was wrong. It is now, yesterday I think was Leif Erikson Day. Whenever that is, I don't understand what that has to do with the United States of America. I don't get it, because that has something to do with Scandinavia. And the last time I checked, nobody here is a Viking. So if you want to talk about DEI holidays, this is a DEI holiday. Leif Erikson Day.
All right. So this is my so last week the white supremacists we had on the show said that the Vikings discovered America. And they were here before the Indians, they were here before the black people. And he said there's proof that the Vikings discovered America and they were here before. Leif Erikson was here 500 years before Columbus. He was the first white, he was the first European to land in America. He wasn't the first person in America. He was the first European in America that landed in America. He came before Columbus. So if that guy's watching, I'm sure he probably is, because I'm sure after last week's show, he wants to come back and watch again and see what we say, what we're going to say about him. And we knew you were full of shit. The mistake I made last week, I was trying to research your bullshit while the show was going. And like Tiffany said, I should have paused your stupid ass and then, did some research and come back. But I let you talk, but you said a lot, but everything you said was all lies, which is understandable because that's what white supremacists do, right? They spread lies about
point.
They believe it and then they act on it. Right? So that's why. But to debunk what he said about the Vikings, and anyone can look this up. Look up Leif Erikson. He was a Viking. He did come to America before Columbus, but he was the first white person. He wasn't the first person. He was the first European that came to America. And I'm going to hand it off to Tiffany because Tiffany is going to debunk some more of his bullshit. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. I didn't pull a whole lot of videos. I just pulled that one video because we're not going to spend a lot of time on this.
No, a lot of the talking points that he brought up, like the Nationalization Act, please forgive me, I got my teeth in my mouth, that was in 1790, where they were saying how it was in 1790, George Washington, free white persons of good moral character who lived in the United States for at least 2 years can become citizen, and it excluded blacks. But that act is not even active today. So for him to bring that up, white people tell us we shouldn't bring up things that happened back in the days or something that happened long time ago. But he brought that up, and that has been not in law for years. It was actually changed in 1870. That was extended to Black Americans that were here as enslaved people. And then it went also for immigration in 1952. So a lot of the things that he was saying were lies and talking points that they've been teaching these young white men for years. This is why they don't want us to teach history. This is why they don't want history to be taught in school or the real history about us, because that will let them know everything that they taught was a lie. He even said that black men are raping white women more than anybody in the world. That's a lie. White on white rape each other. Black on black is nothing. They said it's small to say you saying we're the top rapists. That's what y'all been taught for years, that black men are sexual. We got to protect our white women and stuff like this. I really don't understand why a lot of our black men be messing around with these white women, knowing that so many black men has lost their life to lies like this. So a lot of the stuff that he was saying was unacceptable. And people, we have smartphones, we have internet. Back in the days, we had encyclopedias, but we couldn't even believe those now. But we have enough information that we can be able to look these things up and know that half of these things that they spew out their mouth, white supremacy, it's not true. And it's really sad because I feel bad for them, because once they find out the real truth, they're going to be in a state of shock to know they've been lied to, because we did build this country. I don't know if I sent it to you. Robin Roberts did a special about who built the White House. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
They was looking for a descendant on who built the White House, because Michelle Obama said, I live in a house when her and her husband was there. I live in a house where slaves built it. And a lot of people did not know that. Even Robin Roberts said she didn't even know that. And she's a black woman. Did not know that slaves built it. And you know how they found out all the information? Because white people documented everything that they did to us. The White House asked for slaves, and slave owners rented their best slaves to the White House to build the White House. And it's all documented. If y'all don't believe us, you can look it up. It's right there. So that's my point. We have to look up a lot of things that people lie to us about just to control the people. And white people, do your history and learn black history also.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin, someone is asking if you looked up, where is it? William Harvey Carney. Did you remember somebody mentioned William Harvey Carney?
Yes, I did look him up. Actually, during the show, I looked him up. I didn't get a chance to watch any videos on him, and I will. It's been a very busy week of me traveling, making a living with my career, but I will definitely indulge in those videos, because I found some nice stuff on YouTube. So I will thanks for bringing that up again. We'll definitely do some more actually watch some videos, and then in a future show, we can talk about it soon, very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just been a busy week for me. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on the white supremacist bullshit that was spewed on the show last week, but I mean, there's no way you cannot know. Okay, so why did white people go all the way to Africa to get some lazy people to bring them back to America? Why?
Yeah.
Why would you go all the way to Africa and let's go get these lazy people and bring them back to America? But that's how they keep this thing going, right? Like the Willie Lynch letter. I'm sure everyone heard of the Willie Lynch letter. If you control a person's mind, they teach you, right? They teach you your hair, right? Your natural hair is no good. Your nose big is no good. Your lips are no good. You know, your lips are too big. Your dark skin is no good. And they get in your brain, right? They get in your brain and they make you feel inferior. And that's exactly what that guy was trying to do on last Sunday. He was trying to make us feel, trying to get us to believe that white people built everything. He said, white people built Western civilization. We invented nothing. Said that, right? All we brought,
we had no parts in it.
The traffic light and peanut butter. That's all we could do.
Yeah. Just by you, go ahead, Brian.
I'm just saying, it's conversations like this, like that. I so wish I would have been able to tune in. I was out of town, been doing a lot of traveling myself, but I learned a long time ago that a person like that does not deserve 1 second of my time or attention. Fuck him. Because they know that they are lying. I hope he hears it. Fuck him. Twice. Sure. That it's a thing of they know what they're lying. You guys are comedians. You heard what Cat Williams said. Cat Williams said the liar always knows the truth about who he's lying about. And so they know that those things that they are saying are lie. It's that when they do that, they try to overtalk and they try to just spew out all of these facts to get you off your point. You'll start off talking about something like, the young brother that they found dead, Nolan Xavier Wells. You'll start out talking about that, and they automatically bring up Chicago. The hell does Chicago have to do with this? And it's just to get you to answer something different, to get you off of what you were talking about and try to get you to prove some point to them. You're ignorant. I don't have to prove anything to you. There's nothing. Who are you to think that I have to prove something to your dumb ass?
Thank you.
Basically,
Yeah,
And towards the end of the show, Carl, I would like to read off some Black people that contributed to America, not only peanut butter and what else he said? He said peanut butter in the traffic light. See, I said this man is ridiculous. Like, that's very hurtful, And they I have to find this little girl. This lady, she has a little white. They white, and her little black daughter knows so much Black history. She's on TikTok, and she knows all Black. She needs to do classes to white adults.
But like I said, they're jealous, and I know they're not going to admit it, right? But
yeah, they jealous, but we also understand that another thing. My show is named. They see color. We see color. People feel like we don't see color, but our life is all about color. People look at us view us as Black people, and they always going to disrespect us and not give us no respect. And it's sad because we ain't do nothing to them but help them build and grow.
Like Exhibit A, we have the same people back here every Sunday saying we have a victim mentality.
That's okay. We don't care about them.
Why are you here? This show is not for you. I have said do not watch. Yes, we are going to change the show to the Black mentality show, the Black victim mentality show, because that's
yeah. Like you have this one. Yeah, this in here. Why can't anyone tell you what Black culture is? Why do you feel as though you are worthy of an explanation? You figured the fuck out.
Right. Yeah. Go somewhere. Go have a cookout. That's the Black culture. Go to a cookout.
Everybody else has figured out what it is except you, dang 4160. Go read a goddamn book.
He knows what Black culture is because he's living it, right?
Right, he's living it.
Yeah. He knows what it is. It denies.
It's a simple question. If it's a simple question, then it's a simple answer to find out. Go find it.
I don't know why we're arguing with our children, because first of all, we're older than them. Do we understand that Black people are older than white people? They are our children. I'm not arguing with our children. Now, go ahead, Carl. We got to go to our next thing, because we need to teach our Black children to be careful when you hanging out with white people. I don't care. I said it.
All right. So we're going to talk about Nolan Xavier Wells. Young went on a trip with some white friends and did not return. And I told some stories earlier about when I was hanging out with my white friends, and they did not step up for me, and I was very disappointed. I was confused. I didn't say anything to them, and I regret it. I should have said something. We just went on about our day, but they did not step up for me. And these are people that I have known. So I don't know if white people have some kind of mental telepathy where they kind of connect with each other via brain waves, and they all collectively say, "Hey, let's group up." And I don't get it, but it's happened to me. I'll tell you a couple more stories, and this one was recent, like a couple years ago. So I was at this again. It was like the movie Get Out. I'm at this house. I'm the only Black
movie Get Out.
Almost choked.
I'm the only Black person. It's me and a bunch of white people. And I think I told Tiffany this story before. And I went to the kitchen to get something, to get a plate or something. We were having dinner, and I got a text message in the kitchen. And while I'm in the kitchen, so I guess I took too long in the kitchen. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw every single white person peeking around the corner to see what I was doing. every single white
your
person
ass get.
was peeking around the corner to see what I was doing, and I'm looking at my phone, but I can see him at the corner of my eye, which means they had a conversation. Otherwise, one person would have said, "Hey, Carl, you okay?" Or you know what I mean?
I don't think
they all were peeking. I saw all the white heads peeking at. So they had a conversation. If somebody had told me prior that, Carl, they would do that, I would have said, nah, they trust me. That I don't know if they thought I was taking the silverware. If I don't know what they thought, but obviously something was said to make. And these are that I've known for years, you know.
Wow.
But what that taught me is no matter. It seems like they always, even if they always see what's no matter what, they see what's black. Right?
Right. It's a color. They see color, right?
They just see they might like you and they might like hanging around with you and they might have respect for you and they're nice to you, but at the end of the day, they just see you as black. And I know this is hard for some people to understand, but I think we as black people, we just see people. We see them white, but they're still people, you know what I mean? We see color. I'm not going to say we don't see color. If a white person moved in next to Kevin and Patricia, you know, hey, some people are moving in next door. So, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. You know, not a big deal.
No, because it doesn't bother us.
No, we don't care. Don't care.
We don't care, but also you got to remember it's how we was raised. Everybody from generation to generation is raised differently. White people are raised differently. Remember, some white people don't have empathy or sympathy for black people. You understand? Where we all have empathy and sympathy for all people. Remember when you said that certain people of different cultures would tell their children if they're in trouble, go to a black person.
Right.
They will help you. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not raised to hate or to hurt. That's not how we was raised. I know that's not how I was raised, and I know that's not how y'all was raised, but they were raised, in my eyes, in my opinion, and some will say it, they were raised racist, or they were raised where the black conversation never was talked about in their life or their community. They don't know about our history or background. A lot of that is covered. So that's a reflection on their personality and how they deal with us. Or like we don't have pain, or we don't recognize, or we don't hurt, or and I think that's what happened with a lot of these situations. Our young people, we don't raise them to hate, but we also don't tell them a lot of the history of what we had to go through or what our ancestors had to go through, and for them to be on point at all times. And this is why a lot of people, young people and us, we get caught out there because we have hearts. We care. And then come to find out that these people are actually very evil. And it's sad. It's very sad, but we always have to be on point.
I remember being at a party again, only black person, and all of a sudden this someone said to me, Carl, how do you feel being around all these white people? And I wasn't even thinking about that. It was not even part of, I mean, I was at a party with people.
Right.
And he goes, so how do you feel? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, how do I feel? Should I be scared? Because that's what you're telling me, that I should feel a certain way, that I should, So
that's because you're not born here, Carl. When you're born in this country, you think differently. Like when I travel, I'm on the road traveling in my car and I'm down south somewhere. I'm traveling through the Carolinas or something. I'm like, man, I need to see some black people. And I pulled into a gas station one time and I'm in a town where I ain't see no black. I just pulled into the gas station. I'm like, man, and I walked to the gas station. When I saw a brother behind the counter, I was like, it was like a relief. It was a relief. It was like, wow, so you just, it's that feeling you need to, I guess maybe they feel the same way. And if they feel that way, we call it racist because it is, for some reason. It's not that we see color. We just feel uncomfortable when we don't see somebody look like us.
Yeah.
And making sense, but I know, yeah.
But the thing is, with black people, we love community. We love to see other black people, but we don't want to hurt anyone else.
No, we don't want to hurt anybody.
Right.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
our
But they
but
can't.
that's a stereotype about us.
But they can't seem to. You can love white people all you want, but why does it have to involve killing the other people? Which is what I said to the KKK guy last week. Like, okay, why do you love white people, be the white supremacist, rah rah, white power, all that? Why can't you just do that and that only? Why does it always have to involve? Let's go out and kill some black people. Let's go out and burn some black towns. Why does being all for white people have to involve eliminating the other people? Why did Columbus have to come to America?
Well, because that's what white supremacy is. White supremacy, white power is the complete and total eradication of anything that is not like itself. See, when you say black power, nobody gets bothered because that means black empowerment. Same with brown pride. When you hear Latinos talking about brown pride, that just means empowering themselves. But white power, that means the complete and total annihilation of anything unlike itself or willing to be subservient to it. So that's why when they hear, they're so interested in what we're doing because we act in black power. We talk about empowering ourselves. They can't help but look at it through their lens of white power. Mm-hmm. They think that when we say black power, it means to annihilate them. No, we don't give two shits about you. We really would just rather you stay over there. Those of you who think like that, those of you, there are, and I'm not talking as though all white people are like that because they're not, but those of you who are like that, go build your little stupid towns and stuff that you're trying to build. We don't care. Trust, you will not see us there. We don't care. So that's why, that's why they're like that, because they think that we view people through the same lens they view people, and we don't.
But I don't understand our groups that were created, like the Black Panther, the Civil Rights Era, all of this that we created it because we were being abused. We were being killed. We was being targeted. Right. If they were good white people and they were so nice, why do you think these groups was created? Because we needed help. We needed to fight. We were the people. We were the people building. We were the people doing this. It's just, again, ignorance is serious. And this is why I promote, please read, learn your history, learn the history of America. We're not just sitting up in here being victims or saying this. No, it's our history. And you will never understand. Anybody that's in the chat that is a white person, you will never understand the walk and life of a black person. You will never understand. And when you say we don't have a culture, or what is our culture, breathing is our culture because we survived this far. They didn't expect us to survive. Everything we touch turns to gold. I mean, come on.
Somebody said in the comments, Jesse Jackson once said, and he did say this, if he's walking down a dark alley, he feels comfortable with a white man behind him than a black man. I remember back in the day, I think it was back in the 80s, Jesse Jackson.
Well, that's the crack era. I mean, my God.
But also white people tell their kids, if you're ever lost, go find a black person.
Because they know that we're not going to harm them. We're not going to hurt them.
Right. And they know white men are pedophiles. Most white men are pedophiles, right? So I don't want a white kid going up to a white man asking for help, because the next thing you know, they're in the back of a truck and in the back of a van being, carried off.
There was a story I read about the blackout that happened. I think it was in the 70s. Didn't New York City have a big blackout? Tiffany, remember that blackout? You probably was too young, but didn't New York City have a big?
I heard it was a blackout.
They had a big blackout, and this white lady had got off her job, and these two black guys basically escorted her all the way back to like Staten Island, somewhere like that. Like, it was a long way. She actually was stuck in the hood or something like that. And these two black guys, and she was a white woman, made sure she got home safe. They escorted her in the dark all the way back to her town, or her barrel in New York City or wherever it was. It was a far walk from what I understand. And they got her home safe. And that's the point that we try to make on the show, is that we're not those people. Like, we're not going to attack this white girl because she's stuck out in the middle of nowhere. And she probably felt helpless and was afraid. But these black guys helped her get home safe, to her city or town, wherever it was. I got to read up on that story again. I read it a long time ago. But yeah. So
look at Jake Lang. Jake Lang, that dumbass, that dumb white racist. He went over there to Minnesota and was popping shit. You should have saw those white people about to tear his ass up. And who saved him? A captain saved a white person, a black man, saved his ass and went about the business. And you know what he said afterwards? He didn't really have to save me. What? They're about to tear your ass up. And a black person saved you. So yeah, we're not those people that they consider us with. And when you had said something, Kev, I thought you was talking about the story, because I don't know if y'all remember, it was a story here in Brooklyn where a little kid, Jewish kid, was missing and they couldn't find him. And come to find out, it was another Jewish, because black people, we don't do crimes like this. We don't mess with nobody. But they found out it was another Jewish man that molested him and then unalived him and put him in a suitcase.
Right.
And all of a sudden that case disappeared. You understand what I'm saying? They had to deal with it. It was up to them. Where he should be going to jail forever. You understand what I'm saying? So no, we don't do crimes like that. We will help before, you understand? And yes, we have black on black crime. We go through that. If you're in the white neighborhood, you're going to have white on white crime. If you're in the Asian community, you're going to have Asian on Asian crime. It's crime all over. It happens. And we also got to remember about the environment. What's going on with these people that's doing crime? Nobody never want to do deep dives on what happened or what's going on with young black men that's committing crimes or something. It's a lot going on, and I'm definitely an advocate for mental health awareness also.
Also, real quick, get back to Nolan Wells, guys. Just want to mention that the autopsy, the independent autopsy for Nolan Wells is being paid for by Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah.
They flew his body out of Mississippi to Washington D.C. because they didn't want to. They don't trust nobody in the government down there in Mississippi to do an autopsy. So they flew his body to Washington D.C. And Colin Kaepernick is covering all the expenses for this independent autopsy. I just want to throw that out there. And Tyler Perry is paying for the funeral. So shout out to Tyler Perry and Colin Kaepernick for stepping forward and helping his family out. No doubt. Tyler Perry pays for everybody's funeral.
Right. If I could say this, I mean, we don't need to give any more energy to trying to prove or explain anything to these morons.
Especially in the chat. Thank you.
Everything that you said, Tiffany, Kevin, Carl, is gospel truth. It's gospel truth. But you will sit there and explain this to them, and they will sit there and look at you like this, and then say, yeah, but what about Chicago? Yeah, but what about Obama when he said and they'll just come up with something completely unrelated and just stupid, because that's all they have to do. So
here's why.
Leave these people alone.
This is going to explain why, and then we're going to go to Nolan Wells. But this video right here is going to explain, because these people that we're dealing with in these comments, these are descendants of these very people right here.
So, look at who's in the picture. I want you to look at this little girl in particular. You can't see her closely, but she's actually grimacing, like smirking. Now, remember, let's go back to the puppy concept here. She would be loathed and torn up probably if this was a puppy, which means he's less than that, because she's not disturbed. This little girl is not disturbed by this, but she should be, shouldn't she? People always ask me, they go, Joy, what was the impact on white people? There it is, right there. Can't feel any empathy for him. None, zero, zip. There's a little one back here, even smaller. Because whatever she's been taught or told, socialized to believe, makes him no longer human. That's the greatest danger to white people, is that they can't feel it. And there's a reason why white people can't feel what we're talking about. My God, what would you then feel? It's tough. So I've got to believe, oh, it's all over now. It's not my fault. I don't benefit. It's not a big deal. Let's move on. It's not all of those things. But we don't say that to Jewish people. I dare you. But you have to understand, when you unearth this one, that's what we did to our children.
Right there. Right there. Those people in the comments, they are descendants of those very people who's standing under that tree.
Carl, let me tell you something. I don't know if you remember when we first started as this group and you sent me all these pictures of lynchings.
Yeah.
And I was very upset as a Black woman from America. I was very offended by Carl showing that. I was like, Carl, I don't want our show to just show all of this hatred and what they did to us. But sometimes people need visual to actually see what they did to our people. They documented it. They sent it as postcards to their friends and family. And you heard what the Dr. Degree said. Yeah. She said they have no empathy or sympathy for us. And yes, the people that are in the chat are people that are racist or part of the white supremacy bullshit. They are the lineage of these people. They don't feel, they don't understand, and that's what hurt. And I think you're 100% right. We need more visual to show what has been done to us and why we need to have our head on a swivel and watching y'all asses at all time, because we don't have a good relationship with y'all. Okay, It has not been nice. Okay, it has been a very abusive relationship, a physical relationship. Okay, and it's disgusting. And I'm sorry, we have to always be on point with white people. I don't care if we work with them or we don't work with them. We always have to be on point. I don't care. That's my opinion.
Which is why
we need that.
Now I was just gonna say quick, Brian. This is why Emmett Till's mom show had an open.
Yes.
You know.
Right there. Now, yeah, I was saying I was gonna just chime in with Tiffany. We need that for us. Again, I am not about trying to prove anything to them anymore. I spent decades trying to do that. Trying to prove that, I was right or I was safe or I was this. I don't care anymore. This needs to be. We need to show these things for our children, so that they can be aware. Like I think I told this story once before. Excuse me, just getting over a cold. But there was a Black woman that I worked for when I was working in the mental health industry, and she explained how she was from New York, and there was a little white boy who liked her. She was about 10 years old at the time, and she was like, I don't know, because, New York's not the South, but she had been hearing things during the 60s about how these people were. And she went to her dad and was like, Daddy, this little white boy likes me, thinks I'm pretty. He wants to buy me a soda, something like that. Should I stay away from him? And he said, baby girl, I have never taught you to judge someone based on the color of their skin. He said, but them, they bear watching. He said they bear watching. And I never forgot that, because it's someone may, like some of these morons in this chat, they might try to say that reverse racism. No, that's called intelligence, because history says how you are. History tells us what the legacy of white supremacy has done to Black people, has done to brown people, has done to indigenous Americans, has done to Africans over, on the continent. History tells us what happens when people like you, who look like you with a certain mentality, get in power. So yes, you have to watch. My children are grown, but I still tell them, keep your head on a swivel. Keep your eyes open. Don't be so trusting of people, and do not be the only one who looks like you in a group of people who looks like them. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Period.
With that being said, do you think that Nolan's parents failed him in a way? Since he was in Michigan. Not Michigan. He was in Mississippi of all places. By the way, Mississippi. And I've seen videos of him online actually, where he's around other Black people his age and he's dancing and stuff. And the brother had some rhythm. Saw some nice videos of him dancing and stuff like that. And he, around other brothers and stuff, doing his thing, circulating online. But in this case, he was hanging out with, a group of all white people. And I think his love interest, most likely, is also a Caucasian lady too, right? So in Mississippi, of all places, right?
Of all places.
So I think his parents, and I'm not blaming his parents for what happened to him, would never do that. They're grieving, really bad. But I'm just saying, nobody pulled him to the side and put that bug in his ear. He felt so comfortable. I don't know what type of high school he went to. I don't know what type of neighborhood he lives in.
He was in college. They're middle class. The mother, she says she's Black, so she must be mixed. So the way when they talk, they said that they talked to him about it, but their son didn't see color. He wasn't. They didn't raise him like that. But you gotta remember, just like you just said, Brian, you can have a family teach not color, but this family is teaching color. You understand what I'm saying? It's instilled in them, because when the father went to go and approach the friend that was in the boat with him to give him his keys, it was nothing to him. He just woke. He said he was just waking up, and he was like, I don't got the keys. You understand what I'm saying? And then they have to go back out, and a girl said, they got the keys in there. It's on top of the game. You understand? And that's how, when they came out and gave the keys. So I believe they talked to them about it, but the way they was going to school at and stuff, they try not. Remember, we're in 2026, y'all. They're not teaching their children like the Mississippians don't want y'all teaching. They are still a Confederate state of mind. They're not teaching that history, and you think they're definitely not going to talk about Emmett Till like that. You understand? Because that's the first thing came to my mind. Did they ever teach him about Emmett Till? Especially coming from Mississippi. I'm not going on no water with white boys from Mississippi. You understand what I'm saying?
My daughter, my daughter's relationships coming up through middle school in junior high school, whatever, going into high school, most of her friends were Caucasian friends, and we used to have this conversation all the time. I kind of always say, it's okay to have white friends, but know who you are, know your history and stuff like that. So we had our little back and forth and stuff. She ended up going to a HBCU, Maryland Eastern Shore, and she turned into Angela Davis down that joint. She was like this, you can't tell her nothing. I was like, Dad, you were right. You were right. And I didn't teach her to dislike white people. I just taught her to have pride in yourself, know who you are, know your history, and keep your head on a swivel. And Dad, you racist. Dad, this, that. Your dad ain't racist. We had our little back and forth battles because, raising her, and like I said, most of her friends in school were white, but when she went to all Black college, she came out of that joint with a whole different mentality on life. You know what I mean? So,
eyes open.
Yeah, her eyes were definitely open. Yes, and going to Southern Maryland too, in Southern Maryland, University of Southern Maryland down there where she went to school at. That's Southern Maryland has a lot of racism going on in that neck of the woods. So she got her eyes open real quick down there and came out. Like I said, she came out of there like Angela Davis,
And sometimes they have to learn
part of the
on their
Black Panther
own.
part. And my daughter's now Black Panther now.
Yeah. Sometimes they have to. We can tell them, but then they have to learn on their own and get a Negro wake up call. Because
Yes.
sometimes you have to get that wake up call to be like, oh my God, they was telling us the truth. So yes, we have to keep our children informed. I don't care who. And again, I don't want my child. This is my personal. I don't want my child or nephew being the only Black person hanging out with white people. I'm sorry.
No.
That's my personal opinion, and that's it. I'm standing with it.
Right. And you owe no one an explanation for that. Tell them, read a history book.
Yeah.
That part.
History have taught us that that's not a wise thing to do. It's not we just woke up one morning and decided, no, we're not. No, history have taught us that's not a wise thing to do. Remember, Kevin sent me a video about what's his name? Bird, Kev?
Oh yes, Bird, who's dragged to death in out in Texas. Yes. Horrible situation. Murder of that young man. Yes.
Had a history of doing horrible things.
Right.
Group of them.
And that's my point. We're not saying again, not all white people, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't trust no one. You understand? I don't care who you are, but you have to be on point. You have to be on point. I don't care. It's 2026. Still, people are coming up mysteriously hanging, especially Black people, y'all, and they're not getting the coverage that this young man or Carmelo Anthony got. You understand? Think about even with the Carmelo Anthony case. Imagine if he didn't fight back. He could have been hurt or killed, and what they would have been, it would have been a different story. So we definitely...
They just spun it. I heard someone say that the reason why, or that Nolan Xavier Wells or Hall is the reason why Black people were not upset about Carmelo Anthony. Because he had to defend himself. He had to defend himself, and had he not, we might have been hearing about Carmelo and Nolan Xavier Wells.
Right.
So it's one of those things. And again, these people know this. They know this. They know what their grandfathers and people have done because they talk about it.
Yeah.
They talk about it. They long for it again.
Yes, they do.
This is why they are pushing to erase history in schools. They don't want you teaching these things. And that's why we have to teach it. We have to bring it. Somebody said in the chat that young Black kids are not reading anymore about this stuff. And it's the truth.
No, it is the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. They don't a lot of these kids, and you got to understand, I was going to say this earlier. You have to understand what one of the names of the Klan, one of their monikers is the Invisible Empire. You guys know that? They call themselves the Invisible Empire, meaning that they want to operate in secret. They want to operate out of sight. They don't want you to know that they're there. And so, that they've infiltrated places like our police departments. This is why, as Tiffany just mentioned, that a lot of these hangings are just quickly after a few hours. Oh, it was a suicide. You haven't even looked at anything yet, but it was a suicide. Like they immediately with Nolan. Oh, there was no evidence of foul play. But now there's video. I don't know if you guys knew this. Now there's video of, or there's tapes or pictures that show that he did get off the island. And he was at a party with these boys at 1 a.m., a pool party.
Oh, see, I didn't even see
that came out today. And that there's evidence of him.
See that. Wow.
Yeah, there's evidence of him having been beaten. Yeah, and there's evidence of him having been beaten. The boat was taken back to the judge's house and cleaned. A lot of these kids are talking now. And
the streets always know.
Yeah, there's a picture of him in the pool at about 1 a.m. It's time stamped with these kids. But they said he got left back. And so for them they quickly began to create a narrative. That's because
that's true. That's That's a lot, though, right? So that means he came with them. They did something and then brought him back to the island.
Yeah.
See,
his body was not waterlogged. When a person drowns, their body is waterlogged. This boy had no water in the lungs. He was not bloated and swollen. He was only bloated and swollen from having been beaten. They're saying that what's circulating now is that they beat him with something.
Okay, so again, everything is alleged. I want to put that out there. We are protected by fair use only. We do not own the rights to the content or the music or anything. It's for educational purposes, and everything we say is alleged. Okay, so again, we're still because as they said, Cal and Kaepernick paid for the autopsies. It was delayed Friday. Because they supposed to got the results back Friday, but it was delayed because of some plane stuff. So they supposed to have the information back. We're gonna wait and find out, see what you're saying. We're gonna wait and find out what the new autopsy say, because if the autopsy say that this boy was beat up, that's a whole different story. Because a former judge went up, that's from Mississippi, said that they supposed to have arrested people on the dock. Immediately, people supposed to have been arrested. Or people supposed to have been questioned because he did come up missing. He came near with them and he did not come back with them. They with the phone incident, they were going through the thing with the phone, and then they went through the thing with his car. No, they didn't want to give the car up. So again, I'm very thankful. We want to send our condolences out to the Wells family. They are making their rounds and talking, which is good, because they're getting the story out first before it is finagled, because the media like to mess up stuff and don't say all the right thing. So the father came out and spoke about it and how he said their whole energy was different. They're waiting to get all the information, because there's a reason why they got Ben Crump and they have another lawyer that is taking care of the case immediately, because they want answers. They just want to know, why was he, when they went there to search the first time on the 5th, why wasn't he not there? They said they had drones around there. They even had some white men, I forgot the name of their group, that was there looking for the young man. They had drones all over the place. And then the next day his body pop up there, all of a sudden. So if, like you said, if all of this is surfacing, because this is what they want. We want y'all young people to come out, because we all know y'all do videos. We all know y'all do the TikTok and with chat snap and snapping popping. Y'all be doing all that. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what's going on. And again, a lot of them is scared too to say anything, because remember, they stand with the whites. Because remember, it was only not even a handful of black people that was on that on that whole stretch of land. It wasn't a lot of them. So somebody got to say something.
All right, so here's some video of Nolan. Let me read one comment here from 1A Friday on YouTube, and this is so true. These demons had picnics under hanging dead bodies. Humans would throw up and be highly disturbed. So yeah, I just showed, these are the type of people we're dealing with. So I am not surprised by the comments, because I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I'm a full chest. These people in the comments are descendants of the people who perform lynchings, who lynch people, who have no empathy. So we are not surprised by what you're saying in the comments. You're not shocking us. This is who you are. You have no empathy. You just don't know how to have feelings for other people. So you're not shocked. Anyway, with that being said, here's Nolan Xavier Wells.
Hey guys, this is our new GTV suggestion box. Y'all should start coming by the deep room and giving us suggestions every week. Let's see what we got today. Just give me my money, Trent. Let's get a do it.
Alright. Just give me my money.
Yeah, you gotta see it. Give me my money. Yeah.
Just give me my money. I need y'all to show me how to make it.
Just give me my money.
Yay. Just give me my money. Yay.
Just give me my money. Yay.
So you hear that?
We just want to know. We just want to know what happened and why our baby didn't come home.
We have the honor and the privilege of helping to lead an independent investigation on behalf of the family of Nolan Wells. Why do you say we need to be retained to lead an independent investigation? It is because the family has distrust of the Mississippi law enforcement officials giving them a fair investigation where their black son ended up dead after going out on a boat with 3 young white men. The history of Mississippi is something that they don't just read about in books, but it's a lived experience for many black Americans.
He was a special kid, but again, just heart was so big. And we're gonna miss him dearly. We just want to know. We want an honest, thorough investigation. That's all we're asking for.
My first thought was, here we go again. And my second thought was, how do we ever get to a place where we can feel safe in this country? The stories that is trying to be written is as if, but something is just too fishy. We still got some serious issues in this nation around, I'm just gonna say it, blackness. We got a problem with blackness, and we can't sweep it under the rug. And I thank God for the resilience, the determination, the courage of people to continue to bring this stuff to light and to challenge it. We need some more Ben Crumps. Can I just say that some days I'm like, Ben, you're one person. We have got to find a way to create strategy and plan to address these issues that we are faced with. And we may not be able to tackle it all, but we really are going to have to prioritize. But it's only going to happen if we make sure that we check our egos at the doors, and then we have to operate from a strategy and a plan and decide on what strengths we need and where those strengths lie.
Yeah, you can't do anything while being black in America, right? Can't even go on a yacht with friends because you'll wind up missing. You can't go in the store and get some diapers without somebody accusing you of stealing and shooting your 1-year-old. It's crazy, right? It's 2026, and this country is still racist, and it will always be racist. It's nothing to celebrate. I don't like racist people. These laws are not for us. And even if we defend ourselves, we still go to jail because those laws are there to protect whitey, not us. I don't like racist people. I really don't. Y'all need to wake up.
I was looking in the chat. He was a swimmer. He was an athlete. His mother and father expressed that he knew how to swim. He was an athlete. I see that was in there. The group that helped the family was the Cajun Navy. Thank you to Chatrell Hobson. She wound up letting us know that in the chat who that was helping the family out. I'm glad that the parents were making their rounds, telling their story. and trying to get it all out because now it's all over the place. And now questions need to be answered. And Brian, if you saying this is going on, that's a whole different can of worms. You understand? Like
Right.
this is more calculating now. Not saying that they're not calculating to clear their self up, or to protect themselves because we did hear that these young men, they have to have boats. Their parents have money. You know, I heard they're judges and lawyers and political officials. So yes, they're going to try to cover up and protect their children if they weren't in trouble. Also, these young people are underage, so they were drinking, and they said that allegedly it was.
Uh-oh.
I guess the clan showed up at Tiffany's house.
Don't say that.
We had enough of you.
Oh, that's funny.
What's going on, Tiff? All right. Are you back, Tiff?
Now I can't hear y'all.
You can't? All right. You want to go out and come in again? You might have to go out and come in again. Go out and come in again.
Yeah, but I mean, it's and what gets me is how people try to act as though this did not happen in Mississippi. Mississippi has you have the most documented lynchings of Black men in America. It's in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you go back to the case, what was it, 1962, 64, with the missing civil rights workers who went down there and they were killed. And come to find out it was the Klan, but the Klansmen were police. So
was that the movie Mississippi Burning?
Yeah, that was made.
Okay, the movie Mississippi Burning, yeah.
And that was a
I'm
true
sorry.
story. Yeah,
True story.
That was a true story. And so the feds had to come in and get involved. So for them to retain Attorney Benjamin Crump, and so he can get an independent investigation because they do not trust Mississippi, that shows that there is a huge problem with this down there. And that is why it is imperative. I mean, me being a Black man who's originally from the South, we were told these things. And I'm not saying that his family did not tell him. They did tell him. But like Tiffany was pointing out, he was the type that didn't see color. Hey, this is America. You better see it. You might be able to go to Sweden and not see color. You might be able to go to some other country and not see color, but you better see it here. And that's not a rule that we made. We're just playing by the game. We're playing by the rules that were laid out in the game. And so he was a bright soul. And just from the way that everyone talks about him, he did not want to believe that things were still that bad to where you had to be careful of people based off of the color of their skin. And that might not be the case up in New York. That might not be the case up in certain neighborhoods and in certain other places, but Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Texas, Virginia, the Carolinas, it's
all
damn
of those
sure
southern states.
I think it's all 50 states,
sure.
bro. I think it's all 50 states at this point.
It is, but those are the main states.
You
That
ain't
was
lying.
the Confederate.
But particularly in those states.
Yes.
You bet. I just went home to visit my dad down south. And you believe you me, I walked into places with a do not bother me look on my face. And I let it be known. I'm from here, but I ain't from here no more. Y'all don't bother me. I don't kowtow to y'all. And you have to be on your P's and Q's where I'm from. You have to be. I mean, right where the town that I'm from, 10 miles up the road was a known sundown town. A place that we just ate just now was a former sundown town. So this stuff still goes on.
That's interesting that you mentioned sundown towns because there are no sundown towns run by Black people. Like There's no white people can drive in our hood and be okay in most cases,
Right.
like it's not like they might be scared. They might hit the door locks as they drive through certain neighborhoods, but there's no town, like a sundown town is a town that a person of color cannot be caught in at a certain time, especially in the dark, right? But there's no black people plotting like that. There's no towns like where you know what I'm saying? Well, white people say, man, we can't. Yeah. Even in the hood, even in the so-called hoods, I mean, in the hoods, everybody can get some in the hood. I can get robbed in the hood, right? You can get robbed in the hood, Brian. Carl, everybody gets some in the hood. It's just not just picking on white people. Anybody can get hinched up in the hood if they don't got their head on right. You go to the ATM machine in the hood, you might lose your wallet, right? In certain neighborhoods. It's not because you're black, it's not because you're white, it's just because you're in the hood.
Yeah.
Right? There's no town set up. Yeah, I'm just saying there's no town where white people can't travel because black people have it out for them. Like they have these sundown towns. If we get caught in, we might end up in a tree. Right?
Okay.
We don't have that. We don't have that mentality. We don't have that in our head. We're not saying, oh, well, catch a white boy in my neighborhood after 8 p.m., his ass is ours. We don't think like that. That's not what we don't come from that. That's not us.
If anything, we see a white person in the hood past a certain hour, a lot of hoods are gonna leave them alone because they're like, if something happens to him, it's gonna bring a lot of attention.
Right,
so
right.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, Sister Soldier said that. Sister Soldier said it, and that's what got her off of the radio, off of line. They banned her. They said, well, why black people don't do this to white people or something? She said because black people wasn't taught to hurt black people. We was hurt to be submissive. We was taught to be submissive to them. So we're not going to do that. But y'all was taught to hurt us. You understand? So that's a big difference. We were not taught that. That's not our life. Oh, we're going to get up and hurt white people today. No, we don't do that. We are getting up like, God, what we got to deal with today? God, we got to pay our bills. God, we got to deal with this system. God, we working so hard for $5 an hour. God, we need help. You understand? That's our stress. We're not thinking about what they're going through. We're in survival mode all the time. I know I am. I know my family. We black. We're in survival mode in this world because we know how they treat us. We know how the system treat us. So it's definitely, a difference.
Yeah. Here's a black man driving. He's deaf.
Oh.
He's deaf. Police pulls him over. He has his hands, he's trying to raise his hand. He's doing sign language and let them know, here, I'm deaf. But he's not threatening in any way. And anyway, Kev, it's not too bad, Kev. I know.
I was about to say, please, I don't want to see no deaf person getting
Yo,
beat
it's on
up.
my face, huh, Carl? There we go. Carl, it's on my face. All right, bro.
Bad, but we gotta
I can't handle it.
Well, we gotta show it, Tiff. That's what the show's about, because people don't believe us when we say it. They just think we're making stuff up.
Show me your hands. Hands up. Stop reaching. Hands where I can see them. Hands up or I will tase you.
He was tased for not hearing commands he couldn't possibly hear, for using sign language the officer didn't recognize.
The video that we just saw is obviously extremely distressing. You can tell that the man being pulled over is extremely nervous. He's pulling up his hands. He's shaking. He's scared. He's wearing hearing aids that you can see. He points to them. He keeps his hands in plain sight at the time that he is tased. The officer overreacted, used what appears to be excessive force, violating civil rights, causing serious injury to a deaf man who had indicators in his car that he was deaf and disabled. To a deaf man who had indicators in his car that he was deaf and disabled. To a deaf man who had indicators in his car that he was deaf.
Who's listening? Is that you, Kev? Listening back to?
No, it's not me. That's not me.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, brother.
That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta deal with. You know?
Carl, that's horrible. That is horrible. I think some deaf internet girl too. That she's famous. She's an internet famous. She has a set of twins, two girls. Somebody she just sued the cops. They paid her $100,000 for abusing her. She was trying to tell them that she couldn't talk, but they still did that. You know, tased her like they did that. That's horrible. They don't check. You understand? They don't look to find out if the person is special needs, something, nothing. He was just a black boy, and they just that's horrible. If anybody say that that's okay, that's disgusting.
Now here's a white man interacting with police.
I did these things deployments 2.5 years in Afghanistan, Iraq. I can't cross my legs because my hips are blown out. You're not gonna fight me, you stupid. You stupid.
Joel, stop. Stop it, Joel.
You're stupid.
Stop it, Joel.
I tried all this shit you're doing.
Yo.
I built the program.
Yo.
Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. You're tasing. It's called pain tolerance.
Joel, get back.
Tase me all day. I love pain.
Get down on the ground, put your hands behind your back.
He said, I love pain. Did you hear him? That goddamn Jolly Green Giant. That's you, Carl.
That's not me.
He said, I love pain.
Who's listening back? That's Brian?
Not me, brother. Not me. All my yeah.
But you see that why is he not dead?
Because he has the right complexion.
Did you see him?
He has the right complexion.
Giant.
Yeah.
But he's alive.
But he's alive. Yeah, had he been a deaf,
go and say a big black guy.
Black,
like Eric Gardner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or he didn't have to be an Eric Gardner, Kev. He could have been Tamir Rice.
That's right. Amen. That's right.
Tamir Rice, 12 years old.
14-year-old kid. Yeah, 12-year-old kid on a playground. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't.
Right. They shot him, but they didn't shoot that big grizzly. Oh my God, he was.
And these are the things that our young people need to be aware of. This is America. This is what happens out here. I don't care how my father used to tell me this when I was in high school down in Southern California. He's retired military. My first 2 years of high school in Southern California at an all-white high school that was a hub. The city, the little town, was a hub for the Klan. And I was, one of the star athletes, and it was, hey, Dad, these are my friends, these are my teammates, I hear you, but you need to keep your eyes on the swivel because this is how things are. You are not viewed the same as your friends are. Your skin color makes you a threat. And these kids need to understand this because they're not being taught this in school. My dad's teachers, our father's teachers taught them this. Our father's
teachers at home too.
Yeah, our father's teachers tended to be, their classmates. They taught them, they looked at us as our kids, as their kids rather. And they wanted to make sure that we got home safely. So they were, everywhere that we went back in the day, we were taught these things. But now you're viewed as racist if you are teaching your kids this. So you just have to view me as racist because I'm going to teach my kids to be aware.
So they tell us jobs, right? They tell us that to get jobs.
Yeah.
So here's black woman, male carrier doing a job.
What do you think you're doing?
What do you mean?
Well, we've had 3 suspicious calls
Calls for what?
about a suspicious person approaching houses. 3 people in this neighborhood have reported it. You know anything about that?
I surely don't. I'm working.
You're working?
Now.
And what is it that you're doing? What's your job?
I'm a mail carrier.
You're a government employee. Would you get that costume at Spirit Halloween store? You're clearly casing the neighborhood.
I'm casing the neighborhood with a giant bag on me? It's hot, sir.
Clearly. Let me see your ID.
Oh my goodness. Here you go. Case in the neighborhood. I've been in this neighborhood on this route for 4 years. You can ask any of these residents. They'll know you.
Ma'am, I'm asking the questions here, okay? This doesn't prove anything. Do you have an actual ID?
Yes. That proves I'm a postal worker.
You don't live anywhere around here. You're not even close.
Of course I don't live around here. I work here. I'm a postal carrier. Why would I live around here?
I'm not buying it. You're clearly casing the joint. This is a very wealthy neighborhood. There's a lot of money in these houses, and you're after way more than just their packages.
Sir, I have a bag full of mail.
Let me see.
What you can look in.
Let me see this.
Sir, you can't.
Let me see the mail. What do you got here? You're delivering mail. What's even in here?
Now now that's a federal crime. You can't be opening someone's mail. Oh. Sir, would you like to call my supervisor?
There's no supervisors to call. I found my suspect.
Suspect?
Clearly.
You like a skit or something, Carl?
You laughed that one because she was stupid. I would have called the police immediately.
Suspect?
Clearly.
I would have called the police. Like a skit or something. What the hell is going on?
I mean, what in the literal fuck was that? I mean, and I excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to get my mouth back under control, but was that real?
I thought it was a skit or something. Like, there's a skit or something called? That can't be real.
Yeah, I'm serious. Is that because I can't? It would be, racists are some stupid asses. They're dumbasses on the highest level. But that's gotta be that has to be a skit. Cause I can't imagine even one of them being that stupid.
Yeah, that has to be a skit, Carl. That can't be real.
I looked it up. I didn't see anything skittish about it. No one's,
Wow.
But it does. Stuff like that happen when you're doing your job and you have some white person, Karen or, Kent, coming over there bothering you while you doing your damn job. But if it is a skit, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because I would have called the police. I would have been like, let me call the police. Because first of all, you don't take nothing out my damn hand. Let me tell you something. People know who to do it to and who not to do it to.
Right. Goodness.
Because he couldn't be coming up on me like that. Because I would have been like, danger, stranger, danger. I'm telling you, I told you, I do not like white people. I get scared. And not scared like, it's scared that they might steal my ass again and send me somewhere on some plantation to cook for massa.
All right, we wanted to talk about this last week, but we didn't have enough time because we got caught up in the KKK guy that called in.
The time waster.
Yeah, you wouldn't take him offline. He was on there for a half an hour too. He was on there for a long time.
Okay, Tiff. Take it easy. Okay. Brian, Tiffany left the show. That's so.
Yeah, I had to go.
I don't blame her. I don't give people like that my time. I don't blame her.
I'll be honest. I'll take the heat for this because it wasn't affecting me the way I saw how it was affecting Tiff and Kev. He wasn't affecting me, and I know, as we've all said before, the things that affect Kevin and Tiffany and Brian, it doesn't hit me the same. So he was yapping away, and I just wanted to keep talking so I can keep proving him wrong. But it wasn't hitting me. But I realized how it was hitting Kev.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable. It was because like I said, everybody who was in Tariq Nasheed, y'all know how he do with the goddamn races. He presses pause, block that whole ass down, and then we say what we need to say. That shit was so overwhelming. But again, our people, please do your history. And Kev, you did good. You did the best of your ability with that. You was like, y'all got a 400-year head start, and you still complaining? Like, get out of here. Like,
when I showed a video about white men are responsible for 90% of the pedophilia going on. He didn't want to hear that.
No, but he did say, "Oh, we got that." You didn't hear him? He said, "Yeah, we do got the pedophilia." You shouting out pedophilia?
Yeah, you proud. You sound like you proud. Yeah,
he said
like he was proud.
It's average. The amount of pedophilia in the white community is average. What do you mean average? It should be none. It should be zero.
None.
No. And it's not average. It's not average. 30 with just to address that, white men make up 31% of the U.S. population, but they account for 71% of all cases of pedophilia. That ain't average.
Disgusting.
No, y'all are leading the pack. Miss me with
We're
that
not
crap.
thinking about that. We over here surviving, but y'all.
Starting with the Catholic priests.
Right.
Okay. We don't want to get into them.
All right, so let's get to the parking lot. So this black was in Florida Walmart, and somehow her and this white guy got into a fight. Well, not an actual fist fight, but they got into a back and forth about a parking space. And I guess he parked his car in such a way where he thought she could not get into the space, but she was able to get a car in that space. So then he came back, saw her in the space, and started an argument and walking towards her. She pulled out a pew-pew, and that's...
This morning, the ongoing investigation into a deadly confrontation in Florida. A parking space dispute turning deadly outside a Walmart. 62-year-old Bart DeGuglielmo shot and killed.
Female shot someone outside in the parking lot. Both subjects were fighting over a parking spot.
Authorities say the altercation started about 5 minutes earlier, with the two drivers fighting over a parking spot. DeGuglielmo then parked his car, partially blocking the spot, and walked into the store. Witnesses say the woman then managed to slip into the spot anyway. The woman is then seen getting out of her car, phone in one hand, gun in the other, yelling at DeGuglielmo, who appears to be yelling back. He's then seen walking toward her as she points the gun at him. She backs up several times, gun leveled. She retreats around a car. He follows. An eyewitness says the woman repeatedly warned him she'll shoot if he keeps coming at her. He appears to leave, but then quickly returns. And then she opens fire, shooting DeGuglielmo. Police then take the woman into custody. Officials say she claims she was acting in self-defense. Now, that woman is no longer in custody, and the shooting is under current investigation. Prosecutors will have to decide what charges, if any at all, are warranted. Really, guys, it's just a question of, is this self-defense or not?
We're going to start this with the video. The victim with the gray shirt. The woman with the gun. There is a standoff, and then the shooting. You can hear it.
I'm going to say this. So white men have a history of trying to intimidate black women when they by themselves. That's a thing. I'm not making this up. I'm not being racist or anything. That's a fact. White men have a habit of running up on black women when they by themselves, trying to intimidate them. Now, if someone has a weapon pointed at you, you have to be a stone cold fool to keep walking up on that person, right? And then this is what I'm trying to wonder for y'all in the comments. What did you think was gonna happen had he caught up with her? You thought he was gonna give her a hug? Thought he was gonna pray with her? Did you want her to stand around and see what would happen if she let? What are y'all talking about? Don't that lady protect herself like she was supposed to? And she.
So I have not been keeping up with the case. I don't know if anyone knows, but I don't think she's been.
First of all, I don't know why people are still fighting over parking spots. I'm not. I don't know why. Okay, this should be the case of leave black people alone, right? Why are you bothering black people? Why are you not minding your white ass business? See, we were taught to mind our black ass business. Why they're not taught to mind their white business? First of all, she got her car in the parking spot. He tried to make it. Now you start in trouble. When you put the car on a slant so she couldn't get in, that's an issue for me, right? So now you get out the car, you're arguing with a female, you're a man, go somewhere. You understand? You went in the store, you parked your car crooked, you got what you need to go. No, he's arguing with her as we see. We all saw with our eyes, right? He's arguing with her. She got a gun in her hand. And you know that's an open carry state.
Right.
I think it's
Standing your ground too.
Whatever, right? It's an open carry state. You see her with a gun. If you see somebody with a gun, isn't that going to tell you, you know what, let me back off, right? Let me just back up on her, right? So now he see the gun. He walks away from her, if you notice, and then he comes back. Now, you could have kept walking, right? And saved your old white ass life, okay? But no, you came back to her and she's telling you, back away from me. You can hear it out loud. And she pow-powed his ass, okay? Now, she didn't run. She stood her ass right there and said, you understand, like, you got shot because you was coming too close to me. Now, he wound up dying. God, that's on his ass. He had a choice. Okay, my thing is leave black people alone. We're not tolerating no bad behavior. We're not going to allow you to get too close to us to hurt us. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So I believe the young lady protected herself by any means necessary. Somebody said, oh, when she took the gun out, it was threatening. No, she's a female. He's a man, a white man at that. We don't trust them. They walk about with guns. They shooting up things and stuff like that. No, I'm coming out with my gun, and I'm going to be like, listen, my pew, just leave me alone. You understand? And that was it. No, he came towards her. He got shot.
I hope stand the ground law, and she's is licensed to have that firearm. I just hope the stand the ground law protects her. As we said earlier in the show, these laws aren't made for us,
Right.
So keep my fingers crossed and pray that she's gonna be okay. I just
they didn't charge her. They didn't charge her.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Fine. That happened actually the week I was down there, and yeah, I was down there that week. I wasn't at that Walmart, of course, but I was in Florida, not too far away from there. But yeah, Florida is very clear on that. Florida is a stand your ground state, like Kevin was saying. You do not have to retreat. You do not have to back up. He was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was just trying to intimidate, scare her, like the brother said in the video. What do you think he was going to do if she hadn't have shot him? He wasn't going to hug her. He was going to hurt that woman.
Right.
Yeah, he was going to hurt that woman. And so
or try to hurt her.
Yeah, if somebody is coming at you with a gun, you leave. Period. All right, you got it. But he wanted to stand on his whiteness or whatever, and he got what he was asking for.
I'm with Tiffany on this one. Two grown adults should not be fighting over a parking spot.
Period.
That's just like we have failed as adults. If we're fighting over a parking spot at a shopping center, that means we have failed somewhere as adults. I mean, I hate to see somebody lose their life over something so simple and so stupid as a parking spot. He's now buried in the ground over a parking spot. It makes no sense, and it's sad.
Was it worth it, Grandpa?
And it wasn't worth it to lose your whole life over a parking lot. And hopefully she doesn't get in any trouble, because then her life will be ruined also over a parking lot. So it just wasn't worth it either way, for her to even fire the firearm. I mean, she's protecting herself, but she also could have gotten in the car and just drove off and say, hey, F this parking spot, I'll get another one. And I know we're saying, oh, well, that's not right. She was there first, whatever. It's still, at the end of the day, I don't even want to be the guy that say I killed somebody over a parking spot. Whether I was right or wrong, and it's nonsense. It's over a parking spot. We gotta do better. We gotta do better.
She could have left. We gotta do better. No, why was he coming up on her? Leave her alone.
No, she did. I mean, she had a right to protect herself. That's why she has a firearm. That's why she go to a gun range. That's why she has a license to have that too. Is to protect herself, and she had a weapon on her to protect herself from anybody who comes at her, especially a male who's stronger, obviously. She did the right thing. I'm not blaming her for protecting herself. It could have been her going away in the morgue wagon instead of him, right? So she did the right thing to make sure she got home to her family. I'm just saying, but at the end of the day, parking lot. It's my parking spot. I'm gonna do everything in my power to avoid having to pull my gun and fire it over a parking spot. I'm gonna get in my car and pull off before I get to that.
Well, in my starting as a parking space, but come on, this is America. I'm surprised you and Tiffany.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, why does she even have to consider leaving because of his foolishness? No, if I'm backing into that space, if there's room and I get in there and you're mad about it, that's a you problem, not me problem. Now it's an even bigger you problem with you, because now you're in the ground. Your family is fatherless, grandfatherless, whatever, because your white male ego would not allow you to get past the fact that this black woman got in there. So you went over there trying to start some shit. You got exactly what you were looking for. You know, so that's not, I'm not that type of person to where I got to go be, you know, the bigger person. You know, granted, no, am I going to fight over parking space? No. But at the same time, I'm not, if I got access to it and you got access to it and I got there first and you didn't get it and you mad about it, fuck you. Sorry.
Right.
There's another space.
Yeah.
It
is another space. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you find another one. I would have had to find another one and I would have gotten over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but the thing was, she got the parking space, but he had his car parked crooked, trying to stop her from parking in the parking space. Why would you do all of that? Go park somewhere and mind your damn business. That's my point. Mind your damn business. Go somewhere else. Why? It made him, like you said, that white male privilege. He felt like she's supposed to have listened to what he said. So when he came back out there, he was telling that negress, listen, bitch. You better move your car.
That's exactly.
That's what that was. Get your black ass out the way so I can.
That's exactly my point. That was exactly my point, Tim. It started out as a parking dispute, but in the end, he felt like I'm a white male. I deserve this spot. You take your negress ass off somewhere else and get another space, because you know what I mean. So it became, and he just his ego just would not let him let it go.
I say that's what happened. And what happened? His ego took him straight home to Jesus, to white Jesus.
Right. So, I mean, I don't celebrate what happened to him, but at the same time,
we don't.
Speaking of celebration, Lindsey Graham passed away.
I was going to mention that in my comments, Carl. But yes, Lindsey Graham passed away.
God forgive me. God forgive me.
I saw so many celebration videos.
Right.
I think Mitch McConnell was on his way out too. Did he die yet, or he didn't die?
No, they just posted a picture of him smiling in the hospital bed, and a lot of people was like, "Damn."
I don't even believe that picture. I don't even believe that picture is real, Brian. To be honest with you, I could be wrong
too. You're right. We could both.
Because you know why? He's never looked at it. First of all, he's not a healthy-looking guy anyway. Before he had the so-called whatever he had a few weeks ago, he always looked like he was a few breaths away from calling it quits. So that picture of him in the hospital looked a little photoshopped to me because he looked extremely healthy. I looked at his skin and his eye white. Man, this dude here looked like he posing that on a movie set. I'm like, that was like the face.
Filter on, Kev. He had a
it don't look like the face of a very sick man.
He was in clothes too. He was fully clothed, sitting in the bed.
It doesn't look like the face of a very sick man that's in the hospital fighting for his life. I looked at the photo really hard when I saw it, Brian and Carl and Tiff.
I'm looking at the picture now. He looks too healthy.
You saw the picture? Yeah, he looks very healthy in that picture. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I know how you look when you're in the hospital when you're fighting for your life, and that's not the face of a man fighting for his life.
Yeah,
but they said his wife. His wife got on a plane and flew to China.
Look at that. He looked healthy as shit.
Yeah, I'm not buying that photo. I don't believe nothing that comes out of the White House. I don't believe nothing that comes out of this Republican Party right now.
Yeah,
but if he's still kicking, he's still kicking. It's not my job to take him home, but I'm just saying.
His wife's supposed to have left town.
You go to China, left town. He left the country.
Called her a Chinese spy.
They said his wife flew to China. Yeah, now she's back all of a sudden.
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm a little suspicious.
They will play right in our face. Everything that seemed real don't be real. Everything that don't be real is real. So we got to always keep that intact.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Did we miss it? Oh, Tiffany.
I sent you the video. Did you get the video of him?
I did. So Tiffany has your cousin, a nephew.
Yeah. Okay. So let me give a little story, quick, fast. So my family's from Georgia, and one of my good friends, I met her when I was a little girl. She's my first hairstylist, and her father was like a black-owned barber that owned House of the Kings in Macon, Georgia. So she's been doing my hair since I was a little girl. Her son is now, I believe he's 18. He has been picked to play baseball with the Astros. I think Houston Astros.
Wow.
He was picked. So I want to just say congratulations to him and say his mother. I want to say my friend is a surviving a cancer survivor. She did not play, y'all. Being a single mother, she made sure her son was in everything. She made sure she got him involved. She was at every game. It was a lot of hard work. But I also want y'all to give him advice as a black man going in this industry as a young black boy. We need to let him know about racism is really real. We see what happened to Jackie Robinson, what he had to go through, and to keep his head up. And that we are so excited for him. And stay away from them white women, Lord Jesus.
I was just about to say, first thing he's got to do is a white woman.
Hey, Stacy's over here. Amen, and you too.
Yes, and we want to say congratulations. So I sent the information to I knew him since he was a baby.
Keon Johnson is his name.
Nice.
Well, it's a step in the right direction.
Keon.
I think that, is something that I've worked for my whole life. It's a dream ever since I started taking this game so seriously at 13 years old. When I picked up the ball, the bat, 7 years old, I was just playing it for fun. But coaches, a lot of mentors saying, dude, you're really good at this game. And lo and behold, 12 years later, playing this game, you get the call on. It's pretty surreal.
What are the Houston Astros getting out of Keon Johnson?
They're getting the best player in the draft. I've said that from day one, and they're going to get the best that I have to offer. So the whole goal is to make it there and stay with them and hopefully bring a World Series.
He saw the numbers. He saw the kids that kept going. He said, it's okay. I'm not worried. He said, my life is still going to get to the point I want it to be because I believed in me. And he said that he betted on himself. They're getting a great athlete. They're getting the kids, the boys, young men are getting a great teammate. They're getting a kid that knows no boundaries when it comes to his work ethic because he'll be the first one there, the last one to leave. He's going to put in the work every single day. And besides what he can do on the ball field, they just don't understand the kid that they're getting as an individual who plays with heart, who's going to take in everything that they give him, and he's going to work hard every single day to be the best him that he can be. Work.
Listen, Tiff, tell Keon, I always believed in him.
Hey, that's awesome, Tiffany. That's awesome. Hey, he going to Houston, right? The Astros playing Houston, right?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Is that Houston, y'all?
I got good news and
that's
bad
Houston.
news. Good news is Houston's a great town, a great city. And the bad news is I see Snow Bunny written all over his face.
Oh, listen, Keon, please just be careful, son.
Hey, I
Shout
wasn't
out
gonna
to my
say
friend
that.
Sheena. Yes.
You weren't gonna say it, Brian, but you thought it.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, Kev, but you know, that's gonna be his. They're gonna be on him.
Yeah, they're gonna be on him, man. He got Snow Bunny written all over his face, man.
And we're gonna
Oh, by
say,
the way,
do not
and Houston got a lot of sisters too, man. But Houston also got, Houston's a different town. And a lot of sisters hanging around the Astros. If he played for the Houston Rockets, he might have a chance.
Just keep the game first. Just keep the game and God
If he
first.
does that,
and beat him.
if he does that, keeps the game first. I mean, he sounds like he's got a genuine love for baseball. It's just me speaking as a former college athlete. He looks like he's got a genuine love for what he does, and if he keeps his mind on that diamond and just lets life come to him the way that it needs to come to him, don't try to push anything, and he keeps the biggest thing I heard with that young man was confidence. He said they're getting the best player in the draft.
Yes, he's very
when
confident.
he said that, I about stood up and ran around the table, because he's got it. I mean, he's got that. He's got the goods, obviously, but he's got that fire in here, and so yeah, he keeps that, man. He's gonna be all right.
Yeah, man, that's
all
awesome.
right.
Good news. Good news. Thanks for showing us that.
Yes, shout out to Keon Johnson, bro. I'll be looking
shout out to you.
Not into baseball, but definitely be watching. I'm an Astros fan now, actually.
That's what I said. I don't even watch no baseball like that, But yeah, we definitely gonna give you a shout out and keep your head up.
Baseball players make that money too.
They make that money. The more the ball, the more the money.
Long careers too. I mean, that's one of the ones you can play for.
He speaks very mature though. He's 18 and he speaks very mature. He has a very mature.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap up. Before we go, Brian, you need to answer to this. This is from your neck of the woods. This Asian lady making noises at this black man. Apparently, he was sitting on the bus, and I think maybe she could hear his earphones. She could hear his music being played, and her response was this right here.
Huh.
But you wanna do beat me up? What's that? What are you doing? What are you doing to everyone else who's here?
About everybody else.
You wanna beat me up in front of every husband, girl?
Out my ear, bitch.
Okay.
All of them.
You know, when I first saw this video for the first 5 or 10 seconds, I saw that the poor girl. I mean, obviously, there's something else happening here. And then I continued to watch the video and realized, oh, she's making a point that he needs to turn down his headphone. This is her response to him not turning down his music.
Wait,
I wanted to.
What was she doing?
I don't know. Ask Brian. She's in San Francisco.
What? You know what? You too much like Brian. No, take your thing off, Brian. Take your mute off.
You're on mute, Brian.
There we go.
Yeah.
That one. I have no idea. I think she's just an idiot.
Would you think he took his language or something?
I don't.
She was just making noises.
Yeah, she just being stupid. I mean, he had his headphones up loud. I mean, but I take public transportation to to work every day when I go. And people are on there, they got their headphones on. Nobody really talks on buses and trains out here in the Bay Area. So her doing all that, that's something going on with her.
Her, right.
Yeah.
I thought mental illness. Is she Asian?
Yeah.
I think she looked like she
looked
was,
like a little
but
Asian. They're a little different. But that was a lie. Did you hear her making that noise? What was that?
like
She
a
was
dog,
making a bird noise?
like a dog or something, but she'll do it to the right one, especially out if this is the Bay. Oh, she'll do it to the right one.
But then she got up and walked towards him. Like she got up and walked over to him. Like that was crazy for her. You know, he could have taken that as a threat.
Yeah,
right,
she'll do it to
and
the right
slapped
one.
her ass.
Yeah, she'll do it to the right one day.
Or how about if his cousin or his sister was up there and slapped her for see stuff like that? I ask God all the time, do not put me in a situation where I have to slap
me too.
somebody.
Me too.
I'm telling you. That hold on. That made me think about something. Why one day I was taking a bus and I wound up missing this bus, and I was mad. You know, you be mad if you miss something. You know, you get your ass home, and I was mad. When I get to the bus stop where I'm supposed to transfer, that same bus I was on had police all up and down it. Right? I'm like, damn, I'm glad I did take that bus. Right? They said somebody got on that bus and was drunk as hell and started slapping everybody. Imagine if this bitch would have came up to me and wanted to slap me. Y'all would have saw me on the damn news. But yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes people be mentally unstable on the bus and the train. And sometimes you gotta leave them alone. I'm just happy that man didn't slap her, because if she would have got too close, should have got slapped.
Oh yeah, like I said, that's out this way. She'll do it to the right one day.
Bow right in the kisser.
Right.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Brian, brother, thank you so much for coming on, and we will always enjoy your commentary and your comments and your knowledge. And I always get very good feedback when you're on. They always go, when is Brian coming back?
Thank you.
And Brian has written 2 books, now 3, or are you still up to 2 books?
Just released the 3rd one this week.
On
Big Money Brian.
Oh, man, I'm trying to be like y'all. I'm trying to catch up with y'all.
I'm trying to catch up with all y'all.
And
this is the 3rd.
The Reckoning.
This one's The Reckoning Hour, an Alex Archer adventure. This is book number 3 in the Dark Journey series. Book number 1 is Town Secrets, an Alex Archer adventure. And number 2 is The Nightmare's Edge, an Alex Archer adventure. So I've got 3 out now.
All right. So all you KKK fans in the comments section, we know, well, they can't read. If they could read, they would know more history, obviously.
Right.
But pick up Brian's all 3 books and have a black person read them to you.
That was a good one, Carl.
Playing with Fire. Kevin has his book out as well. Playing with Fire. Please.
Yeah, my book has pictures if your ass can't read.
Kevin has pictures in his book.
Just in case you can't read.
Yeah. So put down the banjo and start playing that song from Deliverance, and pick up a book. Yeah.
2 black authors on one show. There you go. To my man from last week with his racist ass.
Right. Yeah. We're such a drain on society.
Yeah.
All right.
And also, Carl, I told you I wanted to close the show out with Black history that changed the world. First, ancient African civilization Kemet, Nubia, Mali, and Great Zimbabwe. George Washington Carver, Garrett Morgan, the traffic signal and the gas mask. Louis Latimer, improvement to the light bulb and telephone. Madam C.J. Walker, one of the first self-made Black female millionaires. Dr. Charles Drew, blood blank and blood plasma. Grenville T. Woods, railroad communication technology. Elijah McCoy, automatic lubrication system, the real McCoy. Maria Van Britton Brown, home security system. Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, Mary Jackson, and other Black women mathematicians at NASA, and the civil rights movement and the impact of leaders and everyday activists.
All right. They know.
I just want to put it up there, document it. Thank you. I just want to document it.
But they know, but there's this mode where they deny, and they figure if they tell a lie enough times, it becomes,
right.
But here's some more black excellence. This black piano player.
Hey, y'all seen this?
Oh my God, that was so amazing, Carl. Let me tell you something. I love to see child prodigies like they doing it. We want to give a shout out to Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy was playing the piano this weekend at her father's concert. And she
Wow.
plays the piano. So it's just like I love to see our black children doing
Yeah.
their thing. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I follow that brother.
I heard Blue Ivy got her piano from Target.
And you know what? If you listen to his freestyle, he will let you know. You need to listen to his freestyle. He said if you're gonna ban me, he said you need to ban Amazon. You need to ban all of them then, because they all work together. So
Right.
hey.
Yeah, I follow that young
Again,
brother who
he's
was
not
just
the only
playing.
one.
You
Oh,
follow
and
him?
he talked about Kaepernick. Sorry to cut you off. He also talked about Kaepernick. He said y'all keep talking him up and bringing him up, but he was the one that signed the check. So
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah. I ain't studying Jay-Z.
All right.
But
all right.
Yeah, that young brother there that was playing the piano, I follow him, and he's even dealt with people coming up. And there was one he posted where a guy, he's playing, and white guy just comes up and smacks the piano keys and walks off.
I saw that.
What?
I saw that clip.
Smacks the
Yes.
piano keys and walks off. And
that's
that's one of the ones I'm like you, Tiff. Like, Lord, don't let that happen in front of me, because I'd have slammed that kid.
Yo, I would have, I would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? See,
I'd have slammed him.
Thank God, please don't put me in situations where I would have to get hurt or I have to slap somebody. I swear to God. I just ask God all the time.
All right, Kev, we're going to wrap it up. What did you learn, brother? Or what do you want to share before we go off?
I have faith that I have faith in Ben Crump and his team that they will get to the bottom of this, because that's what he does. He's made a living on getting justice for Black and brown people that's been mistreated by the other side. So I know he knows what he's doing. His team is smart. They're on it. And if there's any foul play involved with Nolan Wells, I think Ben Crump's team's going to get to the bottom of it, and somebody's going to have to pay the price.
Right.
And I just want to say, we're talking about Black inventions. I want to mention to all the racist people that watch our show, next time you're sitting around eating a bag of potato chips, the potato chip was invented by a Black man by the name of George Crumb. Just want to point that out. The potato chips were invented by a Black man. Everybody on this planet probably ate a potato chip in their life. It's an invention of a Black man. George Crumb is the inventor of potato chips. A Black man.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Tiffany, anything you want to share?
I just want to say thank you to all. Thank you to all that chimed in with us. We really appreciate everyone that comes in, talks in our comment, even our haters, which we need, y'all, because that's how the world go around. We can't just be nice people all the time. We need our haters. So we want to say thank you to all that chimed in. Make sure you like and subscribe, share, and leave a comment, and let us know how you feel, how you think, and, again, subscribe. Again, a shout out to Keon Johnson and to my friend Sheena. Congratulations. Also, to my people, to my Black people, please be careful and be wary on who you hang out with. We know there are some good white people out there, but not all are nice, okay? And please do not be the only one in the group, the only Black person in the group. Make sure you have other people that's there to support you and protect you also. And again, we love you. Thank you again for chiming in with us at the Black Therapy Show.
All right. Brian, brother, anything you want to share that you learned on today's show?
Yeah, again, thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure to join this podcast. I think you guys are doing a great work here, and anytime that you guys ask if I'm available, I'm gonna show up. But one thing I've learned is I think that we need to, as those of us who are now getting into being elders, we need to do everything that we can to make sure that our young Black men and women understand the climate that they are living in, because there's been an intentional effort to get them, to lull them to sleep into thinking that, it's all good out here. It's safe out here. We need to do a better job at explaining to them that it is not, how to recognize who their enemies are, and that understand and help them to understand that sometimes your enemies come posed as friends.
Yes.
Yeah. To piggyback on what Brian said, I like that thing where you said being lulled to sleep. Sometimes I wonder if, because I've said this before, I wonder if racist white people act racist around other white people, because I've had so many white friends of mine totally not knowing how racist, other white people are.
Yeah.
Do they just have blinders on? Do they not?
They do. I think they choose to not see it. It's I had a white friend tell me this one time at that high school that I told you I went to down in Southern California. And he said it to me very clearly. He said, "Brian, you got to understand, I hear what is said about you." And he mentioned several other Black students who were at the school. He said, "You got to understand, I hear what they say when you're gone. I hear what they say when you're not in the room, when you leave the room."
Right.
He goes, and you would be surprised, and he's one that is honest and acknowledges it. But you have those who are comfortable in their privilege, those who are comfortable with the way things are, with them being at the top in society and us being quote unquote underneath them. They're too comfortable with that to upset the apple cart. They work with a lot of these people who tell they racist jokes and have their racist mindsets. They work with these people. They associate with these people. They've grown up with these people. They know they're wrong, but that's still their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, if you cannot stick up for me when I'm not around, then don't try to stick up for me when I'm there.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm hearing that this was going on and they're saying this about me, or They're trying to, if there was like a promotion or something that I was in line for, and you weren't advocating for me, but you're letting all these racists talk about me. Well, we're not cool. We're not cool, because that's the person that if you were getting jumped when you out in the woods camping, like Carl was saying, or you on the boat and you getting jumped, they're the ones that are going to sit around and let them do it.
Right.
And won't say nothing or help you or take up for you.
They'll help you. They'll help them wash the boat.
Uh-huh.
Right. Which means the whole time they never saw you as a human being.
Exactly. You are dangerous.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, folks, for watching our show. Another Sunday. Remember, we're here every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. Thank you to our regulars. Donna, you guys get lost in the mix. I look for your comments, but your comments. I saw Pamela Jones was in there.
Mama Stephanie Brazilian Air was making some really good comments.
So thank you to everyone, even the people who watch the show and think we have a victim mentality this Sunday. Next Sunday we're gonna also have a victim mentality. So come back, come back and enjoy. It just shows how dumb they are. Here we just talking about things that has happened, things that were in history, and they look at it as a victim mentality. Know why? Because they want, as some of my white friends tell me, when you keep talking about race, you make it worse. That's what they say. When you keep
because they don't want you talking about it.
Make it worse. So if I shut up and say nothing, it will just go away.
Yeah. They honestly believe that nonsense.
And it's not going to go away because it's embedded in the system. Clean the system up. Clean the educational system up. Clean the political system up. Clean the law system up. So we don't have to claim this behavior. Come on, people be doing too much. They don't see what we see or feel what we feel because they don't walk in our shoes.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. So again, thank you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, like Tiffany said. And please let everyone know about our little show. We are the little show that could.
We're gonna be big. We're gonna be big, Carl. We're getting there. We're getting there.
No, we're touching. Let me tell you something. I look at my numbers, your numbers, everybody's numbers. We touch as many as we can touch. Only the chosen ones. So all y'all are chosen ones that we are touching.
I watch. There's a person. I'm not gonna call. They have a podcast. They have 900,000 followers on their podcast. When they go live, they get 50 they get 50 people viewing, sometimes 100 people viewing, sometimes. So if you have 900,000 people following, but you only, what I mean? I'm saying that to say our little show is doing great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our little show. You know who get a lot of people watching at the same time? Candace Owens. Yeah. She's like one of the top people that will have thousands and thousands of people watching her all at one damn time, like 100,000 people.
They love
That's
her.
A lot.
They love her for whatever reason.
A lot of
people have her.
Yeah.
No, but she got her nigga wake up call when her friend got killed.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now that's why she's doing all this talking, and it's so bad because they're actually in court right now, and Erica Kurt wants all the information sent to her first, all the evidence. And the judge is like, no, you said you had all the evidence already. So why is you trying to, So it's a lot going on right now with that with that Charlie Kirk thing. So
all right. So shout out to Patricia.
Yes, hey Patricia. To all the wives that's sharing your husbands with us. We appreciate y'all.
You're a beautiful princess, Stacy. Brian, how long have you guys been married, Brian?
Stacy and I, we celebrate 3 years this year.
All right.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's both of our second times around, so we're happy in love. So
that's nice. I need to find me a man. Shit. Yeah, I've been single for over 10 years. I need a man. Not none of y'all dirty cats on that line.
All right, we're gone. We're out. See you guys next.
To be black in this country and be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all of the time. To be black in this country and be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all of the time. To be black in this country and be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all the time.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow, the Black Therapy Show. You in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwashed education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.